Hello students, today we will learn the next question from the assessment of individual chapter. See the question, illustration number 2. From the following information, compute the tax liability of Ms. Rituparna for the assessment year 2020-21. So they have given salary for 12 months rupees 5,08,000, interest on listed securities gross value rupees 6,000, interest on government securities rupees 10,000, interest paid on loan taken to purchase the government securities rupees 2,000, income from house property computed value rupees 40,000, long term capital gain 80,000, short term capital loss rupees 20,000, dividend income from Indian company gross value 8,000, dividend income from mutual fund gross value 14,000, winning from lottery net value rupees 21,000, paid insurance premium policy amount 1,50,000, issued before April 2012 rupees 26,000, paid donation to National Defence Fund rupees 20,000, contribution to URPF unrecognized provident fund rupees 6,000, deposited in PPF rupees 60,000. She has paid medical insurance premium of rupees 500 per month by check. So with this information, from this information we have to compute the tax liability. We have to compute the tax liability of Ms. Rituparna for the assessment year 2020-21. So here they have given sum of income, various income from different heads. So with the help of that income we have to compute gross total income, then providing deductions under section 80 we will arrive at total income. So from total income we have to find the tax liability. Now we'll see one by one. For computing gross total income, first head is income from salary. So relating to salary income, here they have given salary for 12 months. Salary for 12 months 5,08,000 is given. So when they give salary for 12 months means it is a gross salary. So here we have to provide the standard deduction of rupees 50,000 to this salary income. From the salary income, from the gross salary income, we can provide the 50,000. She can claim a 50,000 deduction, standard deduction from the income from salary. So 50,000 we have to deduct. Next, interest on listed securities. This is a income from other source. So we have to write under the head other source. Interest on government securities is a income from other source. Interest paid on loan taken to purchase a government security. Interest paid, it is not a income, it is a expenses. So for these expenses, interest paid on loan taken to purchase the government security. So for these expenses, she can claim a deduction under section 57. After totaling the income from other source head, we have to provide the deduction under section 57. So that is interest paid on loan taken to purchase government securities 2,000 is deductible under section 57. Next, income from house property computed is given. Computed means the final value, final taxable value directly given 40,000. If they give rent received, then we have to provide the standard deduction 30%. And if there is a municipal tax or interest on loan, then we have to give a deduction for that too. Next, long term capital gain 80,000, short term capital loss 20,000 is given. So there are no other gain short term capital. So this short term capital loss can be set off against long term capital gain. So that is 80,000 minus 20,000, 60,000 is a taxable capital gain. Then dividend income from Indian company. Dividend income from Indian company is exempt. So any dividend received from an Indian company is exempt. Dividend income from mutual fund also exempt. So that is from India. Income from a mutual fund exempt. Then if it is income from foreign company, then it is taxable under the head income from other source. So these both incomes, dividend income, are exempt. Winning from lottery net value is given. So we have to gross up under the head income from other source. Then we have to provide tax under tax liability, special income. Then and lastly TDS we have to deduct from the tax liability. So 3 adjustment effected to the winning from lottery. Then paid insurance premium policy amount 1,50,000 issued before April 2012. Premium amount 26,000 or 20% of policy amount, whichever is less is deductible under section 80C. Pay donation to National Defence Fund is deductible under section 80G. Contribution to unrecognized provident fund, no deduction is available. Deposited to PPF, 80C deduction she can claim. She has paid medical insurance premium of rupees 500 per month by check. So medical insurance premium by check can be deductible under section 80D. So 5000 per month means 5000 into 12 we have to take. Now we will solve. Now write the heading computation of total income for the assessment. Computation of total income of Ms. Rituparna for the assessment year 2020-21. So draw 3 column particulars and 2 amount column. Under that first one we have to take is section 15 income from salary. So under income from salary head we have here they have given salary for 12 months directly. Salary for 12 months, that is 5,08,000. Salary for 12 months is given. It is not salary per month. If they give salary per month, then we have to multiply by 12. Here they have given salary for 12 months. So the total salary for 12 months how much? 5,08,000. So this is nothing but So under income from salary head, so salary for 12 months how much? Salary for 12 months 5,08,000. So this is nothing but gross salary. So from gross salary we can provide 2 deduction, that is standard deduction and professional tax paid. So if they give professional tax paid, then we have to deduct 2,400 professional tax. Here they have not given, but standard deduction we have to provide if they give or not. Standard deduction, that is 50,000. Standard deduction 50,000 we have to deduct. So that is 4,58,000 is a taxable income from salary. Second head is section 22 income from house property. So in this question income from house property they have given directly. It is not a rent received. They have given directly income from house property. How much? Computed value 40,000. So 40,000 directly you can take. Next third head section 28. Section 28 is business income. In this question they have not given any information about business income, so nil. Business income is nil. Next section 45 is relating to capital gain. Under that we have long term capital gain and short term capital loss. So long term capital gain how much? 80,000. Short term capital loss 20,000. So long term capital gain 80,000 minus short term capital loss set off. How much? 20,000. So 80,000 minus 20,000 is equal to 60,000 is a taxable capital gain. So this is a 60,000 balance long term capital gain. So while computing tax liability at the end, on this value we have to pay she has to pay 20% on 60,000, not on 80,000. So you should not take the value from textbook. You should take the value from the solution. What is the balance long term capital gain? There is no short term capital gain. So the total capital gain, taxable capital gain is 60,000. Next head is section 56 income from other source. So under income from other source we have interest on listed securities, interest on government securities, dividend income we have to write it is exempt, winning from lottery. So these much we have to take under the head income from other source. So I'll write one by one. First one is interest on listed securities. gross value. Here also we have to take gross value. If they give net value for the interest on government securities, it means 10% deduction is included. In case of winnings 30%, here 10%. If in the question if they give net interest on government security, then we have to do 100 by 90. Similar to the winning from lottery, there we are calculating like 100 by 70. Here we have to take 100 by 90 if they give net value. Here they have directly given gross value, so direct gross value we have to take. Next is interest on government securities, that is 10,000. Next we have, this is deduction we have to provide at the end. Then dividend income, dividend from Indian company exempt, then dividend from mutual fund also exempt. Then we have winning from lottery, net value given 21,000. Winning from lottery, so always we have to take gross value. So how to calculate gross value? That is 21,000 into 100 by 70. So we will get answer 30,000. So total income from other source is 6. So total income from other source is 46,000. So from this total, deduction less deduction under section 57, that is for the interest. Deduction under section 57 is for the interest paid on loan taken to purchase government security. Interest paid is the expenses, so these are income we are writing. So under the 5 heads of income we are taking the income, so any expenses we are deducting. See here, standard deduction, it is like a deduction they are giving. Loss, it is not income, we have to deduct. Here also interest paid on loan taken to purchase government securities. So if in the question interest paid, not interest, if there is any expenses or collection charges incurred on winnings, no deduction is claimed, only for the interest on government securities. So the deduction how much? Interest 2,000. So 46,000 minus 2,000, 44,000 is a taxable income from under the head other source. So the total comes to 6,02,000. So now next provide the deduction under section. So this is nothing but gross total income, 5 heads of income. Total of 5 heads of income is nothing but gross total income. From gross total income, deduction under section 80 is deducted. So write one by one. First one is ATC. So relating to ATC we have insurance premium, LIC premium. LIC premium given how much? Premium value is 26,000, or policy is issued before 2012, so 20% of policy value. That is policy value is 1,50,000. LIC premium 26,000, 20% of policy value, that is 1,50,000 into 20%. So that is 30,000. So whichever is less, 26,000 is deductible here. There are 2 more ETC deductions, that is this is ATG, URPF Under 80C, not eligible. Deposited in PPF. Next one is deposited in PPF, right here. How much? Amount how much? 60,000. 60,000. So no other 80C. 26,000 plus 60,000, that is 86,000. Next deduction is 80D. So here relating to medical insurance premium. So they have given 500 per month by check. So 500 into 12, that is 6,000. 6,000 is a 80D deduction, and the final deduction is 80G, that is relating to NDF, donation to National Defense Fund. So that is without limit 100%. So no need to calculate ATA, directly you can take. So amount how much? 20,000. So total reduction under section 80, 20,000 plus 6,000 plus 86,000. It comes to 1,12,000. So the balance GTI minus deduction is equal to 4,90,000 is a taxable or a total income. On this total income she has to pay a tax liability. So here her age is not given, so assuming other aged below 60 years, so find the tax liability. So here long term capital gain is there, lottery income is there. So first we have to take a tax on these income, later we have to apply on balance tax slab. Yes, write the heading computation of tax liability. Under that first we have to take tax on long term capital gain and on winnings. So we'll take first on long term capital gain and winnings income. So what is the long term capital gain amount? 60,000. Winnings amount 30,000. 60,000 and 30,000. Long term capital gain 60,000, on that 20%. Winnings 30,000 into 30%. So that is 60,000 into 20% tax is equal to 12,000, and 30,000 into 30%, 9,000. So that is 21,000. Next we will calculate balance income. So what is the balance income? What is her total income? That is 4,90,000. 4,90,000 minus 60,000 minus 30,000. 90. So balance income equal to 4 lakh. So on this 4 lakh income we have to apply tax slab. So we'll apply on first 2,50,000, assuming aged below 60 years. So on first 2,50,000, 0%, so nil. Next how much? She has only the 4 lakh income, means 2,50,000 taxed at 0%. Balance how much? 1,50,000. So on balance 1,50,000 income, she has to pay 5% tax. So how you got 1,50,000? That is 4 lakh minus 2,50,000. Balance income minus the income taxed at 0%, that is 1,50,000. On 1,50,000, 5% means 7,500. So total 7,500, 28,500. So her total income is below 5 lakhs, so tax rebate is eligible. Less tax rebate under section 87A, how much? 12,000. 28,000 is more, so 12,500 she can claim deduction discounts. So it comes to 16,000. So next she has to add health. There is no surcharge. Health and education cess. Since her total income is less than 50 lakh, no surcharge. Next, health and education cess at 4% on 16,000 income, it comes to 640. So the total 16,640 is her tax liability. Here in this question they have given winning from lottery net value, so we have to deduct TDS on lottery. So that is gross minus net value. So gross how much? 30,000 minus net value given is how much? Net value 21,000. So it comes to 9,000 is a, so 9,000 is a TDS, so we have to deduct 9,000 from 16,640. So 7,640 is a her ultimate net tax liability. Next, illustration number 3. Let's make it illustration number 3. So this is homework for you. See the question. I'll explain the question. But the particulars of income of Mr. Lewis, aged 40 years, for the previous year ended 31st March 2020 are as under. So they have given the particulars. Under that, first one, income from salary computed 3,20,000, taxable income from house property 50,000, short term capital gain rupees 70,000. Long term capital gain in respect of land and building 20,000, long term capital loss in respect of sale of jewellery 17,000. He paid life insurance premium rupees 10,000 on the policy taken on his own life and purchased NSC worth rupees 15,000. He donated 10,000 to Prime Minister National Relief Fund. So here we have to compute his tax liability for the assessment year 2020-21. See the question. Here particulars of income is given. So with the help of this info we have to compute the tax liability. So income from salary computed is given directly. We have to take under the head income from salary. Taxable income from house property, that is the taxable income. Final income is given. So with this also we have to directly take under the head house property. Short term capital gain 70,000 is given. Then long term capital gain 20,000 given. Long term capital loss jewellery 17,000 is given. So this loss we can set off against long term capital gain, that is 20,000 minus 17,000. Balance 3,000 is a long term capital gain and plus short term capital gain. How much? Short term capital gain 70,000. So that is a taxable income. That is a taxable income under the head capital gain. Next, he paid life insurance premium 10,000 on a policy taken on his own life. So 10,000 LIC premium under ATC, NSC, ATC. He donated 10,000 to PMNRF, ATG 100%. So we have to compute the tax liability. So this one you have to calculate. So here the answer will come to, finally answer will come to 4,08,000. So first we have to tax on long term capital gain. There is no winning from lottery. So balance income we have to apply tax slab. So here rebate under section 87A can be claimed because his total income is less than 5 lakh. So his tax liability is 8,350. So to that extent he can claim tax rebate, not more than that. So what is his tax liability? 8,350. So to that extent he can claim a discount. So there is no tax slab, no need to pay any tax here. His tax liability is 8,350. So complete full tax what he has to pay, for that he can claim a rebate, that is 8,350. So there is no tax he has to pay for this assessment year. for his income.